I mean, just with me having more experience with him, it's just a little bit more. But other receivers are still filling into that role, and he's still, pushing them and doing the same thing. If they get the same reads that I get, I'm sure they'll be able to step up and make the same plays.
A lot's been made about the inside slot receiver position. Have you gotten any reps there?
I've got some there, but I mean, it's really not my cup of tea. But I mean, I'll still get it in.
Who have you seen shine there?
Everybody that's got it in. Kiera's been shining there. Erdman's been shining there. Matt has got some play there. Demetrius got some play there. All of them, when they made plays, they're all explosive players, and that inside slot is about explosiveness.
What's the most difficult thing about play? You hear that a lot about slot back. It's just a lot involved in a lot of motion, a lot of reads, I guess, maybe even more than there is on the outside. Mm-hmm. How would you describe kind of the difference in playing inside?
They got a lot of running around to do for the first part. They got to flip to each side of formation and stuff like that. Me being on the outside, I'm just sitting there stationary and things like that. But them going and having to understand different calls and stuff like that to the secondary and who to block and things like that in the run game, it's kind of hard.
Are you ready for the double teams that are going to come this year? I mean, you're the leading returning receiver. We've seen you make these unbelievable catches. Surely other people have seen that. How much of a challenge is that? And did you see some of that last year when you started to really come on?
Yeah, I saw some of it last year. I mean, it's not really like a challenge or anything like that. We got enough guys in the room to be able to make plays. So if they double team me, then somebody have their chance to make something happen. So I'm more than sure those guys will come along and start making plays, so they can't double team everybody.
And as far as your vertical goes, just seeing you go up over Port Stokes, looks like Stokes is in great coverage, and you've gone over him for a couple catches. Do you know your vertical, and what's the relationship like with you and Eric? Because the competition looks intense.
I mean, we push each other every day, definitely. My vertical, it's like a 42 right now. That was in high school, so I'm not really for sure what it is right now.
Could be higher now?
Yeah, but I mean, our relationship, we just push each other to be better. It's a lot of plays that he could have made plays on. It's just I made good adjustments to it, or Jay gave me a good ball that he couldn't do anything about. So that's really what it's been. We've been pushing each other to get better.
Downfield blocking is something you really excelled at a lot last year. Is that something you sort of, as a more vocal leader now, is that something you kind of get the younger guys to maybe buy into that maybe didn't have that type of role in their high school?
No, I think guys are seeing the payout from me. I started off just making plays, doing blocking and stuff like that, and I got a chance to be able to make plays downfield with the ball and stuff like that. So guys are seeing if they can make something happen in the run game, they'll get the opportunity to go in the passing game and make plays happen. So they're buying into it from there.
You and Stokes go back, right?
Yeah, we played with each other since rec ball, since we were little.
Did y'all have battles like that before?
We were on the same team. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I was playing running back then, he was playing running back, so we weren't really hitting each other or anything like that. But yeah.
What kind of difference have you seen in Richard LeCount, a guy you've gone against a lot too? He's bulked up, obviously, significantly this year. Can you tell a difference in the way he's playing?
Yeah, he's been stepping up into leadership role. That's all it is. About the guys that have been around and stuff like that. The leaders that were there once before us, they're gone now, so we got to step in and fill those shoes. So that's really the main emphasis that we've been working on.
How have you transformed? You look pretty cut. I mean, you were big last year, but it looks like you put more time in the weight room. Have you added a couple of pounds?
I mean, I'm actually around the same. I just think my muscles are just big. So.
Tyson,
go ahead.
I was going to say, Tyson Campbell's was a freshman last year, got trial by fire, basically. What kind of advances he made this spring as opposed to when he just joined the team last year?
I mean, he learned from it. He's out there, he's making plays. He's going against good people every day. He's getting the opportunity to go out there and get better and things like that. So that's what it is. I see him making plays on the ball, and his confidence level is just rising. So that's what it's coming down to.
Who are some receivers that you emulate just from watching pro football, college football, whatever it might be? Anyone you look up to?
It would be Julio. I really love Julio, the way he goes about his business. The way he goes about his business, his routes, and everything about him. He's just professional.
What do you think of Matt Landers this spring? What's been your impressions of him?
He's came along. I've been making sure he stays focused and everything like that. Just keep on pushing because he's a really explosive player, and we definitely need him this year.
What about Dwan Mathis, and what have you seen from him as practices have gone on from the beginning to where we're at now in spring?
He's been getting better as well. I mean, everybody that came in, they're with the opportunities they've been getting, they're getting better. So he went from, basically he's learning the offense right now, so he's getting into it and getting into his group and stuff like that. You can see it. So
about the adjustment for you, there were so many guys, I don't want to say ahead of you, but there were a lot of experienced guys last year. And now you look like the go-to guy. You and Tyler look like the leaders. What has that adjustment been like for you to be under the wing of maybe some of the older guys to now being, like I said, it looks like the go-to guy.
It's went smooth. I mean, I'm happy that I stayed patient, just waited my turn. But everything about it has been smooth. I mean, I filled into the role good. I like the way I've been leading the group and everything like that. So everything's going smooth.
Richard was kind of saying, like, going into the spring, he's been able to focus more on the details, having a full season of starting. So I guess, for you, having a little bit more playing time this fall, how different is this spring? And you feel like you felt that?
Same thing. It's about the details. I mean, we understand, like, the offense and defense, play for play and stuff like that, but it's, like, the little things that cause separation. Like, on this route, he's at this different type of leverage. I might have to get flatter, things like that. So it's the little things that start to matter.
What's been your favorite memory from G-Day?
It'll be my freshman year. My first touchdown, It'll have to be that one.
How have you seen the game develop since that year?
Just being able to slow it down really and understanding everything that's going on. I'm not just out there just like running around and trying to make a play happen. It's not really about me. I know coming in as a freshman, like all the 4-star, 5-star, all that stuff. It's not really about me. I just want to see everybody else out there make plays.